On this video guys, our first encounter will be Regent Street and we'll be visiting Oxford Street, and third encounter will be Marble Arch with its background history. So stay tuned and let's go on with this adventure. I'll see you inside. Adios. Hey guys, this is one more Upscale touristic walks. Today we make the walks of Oxford Street, the mostly used street in Europe, which collects 500,000 people a day. And then we make the walks to Regent Street, which is another street for shopping spree for Londoners. And then we will walk the Marble Arch, the great structure that used to belong to the Buckingham Palace. Then it's been relocated to its current location. So then we will make our walks towards Waterloo Place. So guys, let's begin the journey. I will see you at the scenes. Adios. Guys, well, we're okay, touristic walks. So we're gonna go to Regent Street, coming to a Piccadilly Circus. We're beginning from the Waterloo Place, which is this road here, and leading straight to the mall and St James's Park. So just want to show you where I've been coming from. As you see the those sculptures and statues, walking right from those. And we're actually heading towards Piccadilly Circus, and from there we're gonna actually head for Regent Street, which is the main theme of the video. And we're gonna actually head for Oxford Street, and then we're gonna head for Marble Arch. That'll be our video for today. So stay tuned guys, and let's see what sort of adventure we're gonna go through, because everything is done on a real time. As you know guys, London is about 2,000-year-old city, starting right from the Roman times, where the Romans started to settle back in the 40 AD or 47 AD basically, and they lived there until certain other cultures came about, such as Anglo-Saxons and British and so forth. So there's lots of basically history to London, deep history within history basically. So if you'd like to actually learn about history of London, there's lots of books to be read basically, so there's no end to it. So guys, we're heading towards the Piccadilly Circus, as you know, right over there ahead. If you can see the big screen with the lots of advertising going on. So basically guys, we're at the West End, and Regent Street is West End, Oxford Street is West End, Marble Arch is in West End. So basically we are in West End, one of the London's prominent, most popular touristic attraction place and shopping spree. I mean, there's nothing you cannot find in West End. It's very crowded, and it's packed and overpacked with retailers, restaurants, hotels, leisure, you name it. So I don't have to say all that because West End is known for everything guys. So we're coming to Piccadilly Circus now, as you can see. So we're gonna actually be trying to cross over this complicated junction here and head towards Regent Street, which is over there, right on the left hand side. Okay, so you've got public underground here. Basically, guys, these stool holders around here. I remember coming to West End at teenage times, and this stool is still there. I remember. It's amazing. So, guys, we're at the Regent Street. This is Regent Street. As you can notice it by this architecture, curved architecture going from on the left hand side and on the right hand side, and it's basically a huge landmark that you cannot miss. So guys, Regent Street is actually very famous shopping street in London, and it is actually a destination for lifestyle, dining, fashion and wellness basically, and it's an upscale place for lots of tourists. So guys, basically Regent Street, as we know background history to it, it has been actually around since 1819. So guys, if you want to actually come to the Regent Street, you can come from the mall next to St James's Park. You just go up to the Waterloo Place, walk up, and Regent Street just on the left hand side. Or you can come from Admiralty Arches, again back into the mall, and climb up to the Waterloo Place, walk up a couple of minutes, and you're in the Regent Street. So Regent Street actually, the guys, actually crosses the Oxford Street. So as you can see, guys, there's lots of these white buildings belonging to based on actually Roman architecture. And it is today. It is about 11 on the 19th of March 2023. So you got the Zara there, huge woman's fashion body shop there. So today is Sunday and it's not so busy, so because of morning, I'm not sure. Towards the lunchtime, guys, it will be packed. Okay, on the left hand side, guys, is Sandro. Karl Lagerfeld on the left hand side, guys. Abercrombie and Fitch on the right hand side. So guys, basically the Regents Street is not so long. You can actually, if it was the average pace, you will actually complete it within give and take maybe 20 minutes. If you're just looking around as well. So we've got Gymshark on the left hand side. So we've got the very, very famous jeans brand on the left, on the right hand side, Levi's and Race as well, right there. And yeah, we've got the very, very popular Hamlet's toys there. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of it. And basically lots of bus routes come this way, guys, if you want to take a London public transport. And the street is actually decorated very, very elegantly. It looks lots of large flower bed pots. Nearly run there. So I'm just giving you some view on the left hand side, guys, because I'm walking on the left hand side of the coming from the south side of the street, and I'm walking on the wide sidewalk here, the pavement, to show you the retailers on the left hand side. All the upscale and brand retailers, basically, all over the streets. And now let's have a look at the right hand side. So we've got the weekly HM there as well. And the buildings look really upscale design, based on, it looks like based on the Roman architecture. So we've got the Old Saints next to HMN. Sorry, H&M. That's it, H&M. Canada Goose there as well. And we've got the bank, basically, NatWest. So guys, I don't know if I mentioned before, the street was actually laid back in 1819. So basically it's approximately over 200 years old. It's a very old street. So basically, mind you, the whole city is 2,000 years old. The London actually began small as the what you call a city of London, what we have today. City of London, right in the middle of the a separate borough from the rest of the boroughs, states, and that's how big London was when Romans settled there for trade. It was something like 47 AD, so almost 2,000 years back. So guys, we're heading towards here, what you call Oxford Street.
Experience Regent Street, London's distinctive home of fashion, dining, wellness and lifestyle. Named after the Prince Regent, the street was built in 1819 under the direction of architect John Nash. George, Prince of Wales, often referred to as Prinny, was the eldest son of George III and was named Prince Regent when his father became too mentally unstable to rule. His regency, 1811 to 1820, gives name to the year period he regained as George IV from 1820 to 1830. Regent Street is a major shopping street in the West End of London. It was the capital's original shopping street when built in 1819 and today is a key destination for fashion, dining, wellness and lifestyle. Located at the heart of London's West End, Regent Street is one of the world's first prestigious lifestyle destinations, famous for its flagship stores and international brands.
So guys, first of all, we're going to make a right turn from Regent Street and go this way. This is the Oxford Circus. And it's very crowded, by the way, and I'm gonna go straight up the Oxford Street now, and we're gonna go right to the end of the Oxford Street and turning right from Regent Street, and we're gonna do a rendezvous and walk from the opposite direction of the Oxford Street and go to the other part of the Oxford Street, which is actually turning left from Regent Street and which leads towards the Marble Arch. So basically Oxford Street, guys, extends from all the way from Tottenham Court Road all the way to Marble Arch. So guys, Oxford Street is one of the Europe's busiest shopping street in Europe, that is, and it actually gets 500,000 visitors a day. So that's about 500,000 people a day come to the street on a daily basis, which is horrendous. So that's why actually Europe's mostly used the street for outing and leisure and shopping, basically. Shopping spree. So that's where he was actually walking from, guys. So I just gonna leave the camera up high. There's a lot of crowd that you cannot see from the crowd where I'm going. You got TK Maxx there and JD. Office. Frenchier. So we're going actually we come from Regent Street, turning right from Regent Street, and we're going to go all the way to the end of the Oxford Street and cross the road and come back into it from the opposite direction and walk all the way to Marble Arch. So I'll be actually filming the entirety of the Oxford Street. Pause, Curtis. Sports Direct. So basically, guys, that is the average brand. It's not upscale brand.
Nothing was nice to live in a trap. Now if I go on a chick for a snap, I can bet money she's giving me back. I'm always in
So the big necks there, guys, as well. Sells all kinds of fashion. There's clothing, by the way. So basically, guys, Oxford Street's been around since 1800s, and before that, it used to be belonging to the Romans. It used to be a Tyburn Road before it was called Oxford Street. So back in somewhere in between Middle Ages and 1700s, it used to be a Tyburn Road, and from there onwards, going towards 18th century, they named it Oxford Road, and then towards the near to the present time, it became Oxford Street. Samsung. So basically, guys, Samsung used to be very average brand. Basically, going back like 20. Let's wait for this guy. So basically, guys, Samsung used to be very unreliable brand back in the days. I'm talking about maybe 20-25 years ago. And then it has now height of the Sony brand, basically. All these devices are quite reliable now. Phones, stereo, music, so forth. So basically, I believe we're coming to the end of the Oxford Street, and we're gonna do a rendezvous and walk from the opposite direction. See this side of where I'm walking, what is going on there. There's tons and tons of shops, guys, and retailers. Obviously, it is so. United Colors of Benetton. I don't know what that is, guys. I don't know. I never heard of it before, but it looks big. If you know what it means, put it in the comments. I'll probably Google search for it. Obviously, everybody knows the Body Shop, Clark's. Holland and Barrett. So basically, give and take another minute, we'll actually walk across the street and come back into where I'm walking, to the opposite direction. So this is still Oxford Street, guys, and if we actually go forth, as you can see, where the cross junction is, there becomes a new Oxford Street. So we're not gonna actually go there. We're gonna leave it as Oxford Street. It's just a little road leading to other roads, basically. Not much there.
It's nice to see it like in the day.
Crest of London.
The format is pretty.
Accessories.
Because I think it's coming from the UK.
Yeah.
They have so much. Like they're the only thing that we have here that is less expensive than anywhere else in the world. No, it's really cheap.
So we have the Primark, guys, on the left side, as you can see. Very upscale brand that is. The clothes. When you come to the end of the Oxford Street, guys, is the underground Tottenham Court Road station here. Tottenham Court Road station. So if you actually get off from here, you end up at the beginning of Oxford Street. So basically I'm going to cross the street now, guys, on the traffic lights, and we're going to actually walk back on the other side of the road. So I was wondering what that building is there. Some of the things that I don't know myself. So guys, I don't regularly visit West End, not on the regular basis. Once in a while. Chops the noodle bar right there. So guys, this bus goes to Walthamstow Central 55, and Walthamstow Central is area where it has the longest street market in Europe. It's called the High Street, and it has lots of stalls and lots of shops and retailers there as well. And basically it's a market, and it is boasting to be the longest market street. It's called High Street in Europe. So I just want to let you know that if you do like to travel to Walthamstow, you can travel right from this point onwards, one of the buses. Brand name there, Zara, as well, for women's clothing. So basically, guys, the building architecture is really impressive. So let's have a look. So just a little fiddling around with the camera and the gimbal, guys, because I switched it off due to moving the camera, tilted it up and down in order to reset, so to retain the quality and stabilization. So guys, basically the other part of the Oxford Street we will just go in a minute is, I think it is more interesting. There's more shops there. I will show you the great Selfridge that looks like more like a theatre or a cinema. Whole building there. There's a Selfridge. Gift and Toys Empire. This is guys. And exchange your money right on the left hand side there guys. If you're a tourist and you're visiting London for a couple of weeks, the pound is good at the moment. We still have the brick and mortar business of Vodafone there, and also the popular O2 as well. So basically, guys, going back in 1995, my first mobile, which used to be O2. So guys, I'm actually showing you on the other side of the Oxford Street what it's all about. All the brand names are actually titled at the head of the building. And on the right hand side you got the entrance to the Sports Direct. Basically anything to do with sports, clothing, trainers. So we've got the Mark and Spencer, guys, which is a very old store, clothes and food store. Because I remember Mark and Spencer being around since I was like 10-year-old. So it goes back something like 30 years. So guys, as you know, to come to West End, you can only drive through West End. If you want to actually come a car and to park the car, it's quite difficult. You won't actually finding any parking spaces. Very difficult to do so. Best is to take public transport, underground or a bus or railway, wherever you're coming from. If you want to do really can use public transport and you want to use your car, there's underground parking spaces that you go, and the fees are ridiculous. You can pay something like £20 for a couple of hours or £20 for all day basically. So there's no choice but to pay £20. That's a rough amount. So that's what you're gonna do if you come by a car. There's underground parking spaces indicating there's a car park. So just drive into the slip road and drive down underneath the ground and just leave your car. When you come back, pay for it and take your car back. So you got the brush car there. I never heard that one before. You got mango, I know that one. So we are coming close to the other part of the Oxford Street. Once we do the cross junction, there's always preachers about. So guys, they're talking about the past and this and that. So once we cross this cross junction, and on the left hand side, guys, is actually Regent Street, where we come from.
Is the God of my ancestors? Is the God of this and that? Which God do we believe in? Is it me? Am I God? We ask ourselves the question.
You see, I nearly crossed the road, and I just saw the blinker, and I had to stop suddenly. If a bus didn't indicate his blinker, it would have been trouble. So that's how we're in the other part of the Oxford Street. Coming from Regent Street, turning left, this is the other part of the Oxford Street. And it has the John Lewis, it's very, very large John Lewis store as well. I think we're going to see it next couple of minutes. Sketchers there. The small retailers, CHS, Samuel Jewelry, Reserved. Yeah, so people look quite good today. You got Clark's, guys, Santoro, Soul Traders. Is it Geox or Geox right there? Police. I never heard that one. It's called Police. Kingdom of Sweets. So basically, whatever sweets you like, guys, is right there. I don't want to go in there because it's too tedious to go around in there. So guys, I never do inside shops, so it's my thing. So guys, basically this is the John Lewis, as you can see, huge store on the right hand side. Basically all kinds of accessories, makeup stuff for women, everything. So we're heading towards the Marble Arch, and once we actually examine the Marble Arch there, guys, we're gonna actually do another rendezvous, come back on the opposite direction of Oxford Street here, and show you what's on this side of the road where I'm walking. From distance, basically. So this building has been actually put on some sort of minor repairs, as you can see. There is Calzedonia, Swarovski. I did not hear anything about that one, guys. So basically we've got a situation going on here, repairing the roads or changing underground system. I'm talking about like pipes and works that are going on here. So we come to the what you call the very famous steakhouse there, guys. Actually across the road now. As you can see, we've got the Boots here. The Boots is a very huge brand of pharmacy. It's very prominent pharmacy, Boots. Next to Superdrug. So I haven't seen any Superdrug stores. So household candy on the left hand side, guys. It says lots of candy and luggages. So here we are at the Bond Street Underground Station. So as I mentioned earlier, guys, there used to be, it's coming to, it's about lunch, it's about 12 noon now, and it's starting to get more crowded now, we collect more people around the area. Same goes for the Regent Street too, I believe. So I noticed, guys, that there's like not more than one same retailers on the same street. Guys, I'm going to cross back to the other side again. I'll show you the Selfridges, huge department store. We're not going to go inside, so
probably didn't that. I mean, only because it's London and, you know, someone's probably pissed at us.
So guys, here's the big building here. So I think it's the Department of Selfridges. No, that does look like a bit like old type cinema or a theater basically, but it's not.
Can I get it? Because we're going so fast, like that I did on the
The best is just shopping mall, guys. So we continue walking. I believe it's the only large Selfridges on the Oxford Street.
Oh my God.
So guys, if you're actually hearing the tune, there's a Godfather theme from a Godfather movie. And we've got the Zara. It's the biggest Zara I have ever come across, guys, on the left hand side, as you can see. So I hope I don't get royalty problems with this music. Highly unlikely, but you never know. So I just want to cross the road. Right, let's cross. So, guys, actually this huge building actually consists of, first part is Zara. If we can get through the buses, because there's a lot of buses on this section here, I don't know why. So you got the first station, the Zara, then Pandora, then Breshka, then River Island, and so forth. Just gonna have a see the last section. So for a moment I thought the whole thing was a Zara. As you walk by, it gets kind of a bigger and bigger. But it's so big, the building. Actually, I will show you the entirety of the building right now. So the last section was links, guys. Is that? So at this moment, guys, we're heading towards the Marble Arch. We're still at Oxford Street. As you can see, the retailers on the right hand side as well from this angle. And yeah, building on top of it looks like quite old. It needs to be like kind of needs to look better, I believe. So we're the live and exclusive in a late heading. So now I saw another retail, same as before, on the other side of the road, which is called Santoro. As you can see from this point, guys, the Foot Locker there.
Oxford Street is a major road in the city of Westminster in the West End of London, running from Tottenham Court Road to Marble Arch via Oxford Circus. It is Europe's busiest shopping street, with around 500,000 daily visitors, and as of 2012 had approximately 300 shops. It is designated as part of the A40, a major road between London and Fishguard, though it is not signed as such, and traffic regularly restricted to buses and taxis. The road was originally part of the Via Trinobantina, a Roman road between Essex and Hampshire via London. It was known as Tyburn Road through the Middle Ages, when it was notorious for public hangings of prisoners at the Tyburn gallows. It became known as Oxford Road and then Oxford Street in the 18th century, and began to change from residential to commercial and retail use, attracting street traders, confidence tricksters, and prostitution. Department stores began to dominate the streetscape from early 20th century, the most imposing of all being Selfridges, which began in 1909. The street suffered heavy bombing during World War II, and several long-standing stores, including John Lewis and Partners, were completely destroyed and built from scratch.
So guys, we're at the Marble Arch. This is Marble Arch. We just need to cross the as you can see, guys, that structure there from the side view is a Marble Arch. It's got lots of interesting background story on that structure there, guys. It does look a bit like a Wellington Arch in Hyde Park Corner as well. So to show you the whole thing, guys, this is a square. So the whole structure was built back in 1827 and used to be somewhere in Buckingham Palace. And it used to be an entrance to Buckingham Palace, and only Queen and her associates was allowed to pass through that large arch there due to the royalty rules. So, as for the Buckingham Palace, it began a redevelopment or replanning basically by John Nash. And John Nash is a very, very famous architect back in the 18th century. John Nash has got lots of architects all around London that he designed. You will hear his name all over the London history books, guys, if you actually have a look. So they actually relocated this structure here because of replanning purposes. So they didn't actually get rid of it, they put it there. And same goes with the Wellington Arch in Hyde Park Corner. It used to be in Buckingham Palace and they relocated to the Hyde Park Corner. So that's the tribute story to these structures. As you can see, guys, there is a square. People just sit around for the lunch hour and so forth, whatever you want to do there. I'm going to try and actually walk not on the grass. I'm going to try and walk on the slabs, because it actually did rain night before and it's all wet and muddy. So we're going to walk on these slabs and go to those fountains. It's part of the Marble Arch looks. They look good. Unbelievable, is this? The huge steps. So guys, this is we're gonna have an adventure. So I crossed. So basically you've got a little flower bed here, guys. So as you're actually walking from the Oxford Street, straight from Oxford Street, making a left turn from Regent Street, you come to here with this little fountain pool here, which actually you can take lots of photo shoots, casual photo shoots, and wander about basically. It's not so deep. I think it's about 2.5 feet, maybe. I would say maximum 3 feet. So it doesn't mean that you can actually fall in it, basically, guys. So mind you, when you come this way, don't fall into it. So basically, guys, we've actually covered the Marble Arch here. Just to give you a rough idea what it looks like. Perhaps very, very interesting to first-time visitors. Then you've got lots of pigeons. Similar to the Trafalgar Square, another tourist attraction. With lots of pigeons around. As you can see on the right hand side of the screen, guys, is a Marble Arch station. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cross underneath the arch and we're gonna go back to on the right hand side of the Oxford Street and walk back all the way to Regent Street.
The Marble Arch is a 19th century white marble faced triumphal arch in London, England. The structure was designed by John Nash in 1827 to be the state entrance to the court of the honour of Buckingham Palace. It stood near the site of what is today the three-bayed central projection of the palace containing the well-known balcony. In 1851, on the initiative of architect and urban planner Decimus Burton, a one-time pupil of John Nash, it was relocated to its current site. Following the widening of Park Lane in the early 1960s, the site became a large traffic island at the junction of Oxford Street, Park Lane and Edgware Road, isolating the arch. Admiralty Arch, Holy Head in Wales, is a similar arch, also cut off from public access at the other end of the A5. Only members of the royal family and the King's troops, Royal House Artillery, are said to be permitted to pass through the arch. This happens in ceremonial processions.
So there's a red man and everybody's crossing. Hope the car doesn't, like a bullet motorcycle come through. It's very dangerous. Within seconds. Actually happened to me once. I was crossing between, it was like orange. A bit from orange to a green man. I thought I crossed it. I wasn't actually filming back then. All of a sudden this motorcycle coming, zooming, over half a blink speed. So half a blink of timing, the whole motorcycle just zoomed through the squad, but I didn't cross. So basically I'm saying, if you got a crossing while the red man is on and you think it's safe enough, think again, because motorcycles are very, very quick. Especially the high-powered motorcycles, not the scooters. So guys, we're walking on the right hand side of Oxford Street, heading towards the Regent Street, and I just want to give you all the retailers on the left hand side from this position, from this angle. So it is actually quite different from walking from different sides of the street. Same street, but you're actually walking the opposite direction, which kind of you might have missed out a few things. So let's continue.
I'm not getting them in my face. Over my dead soul.
So basically we're walking into this huge retail building that has many businesses. There's Fairly Folly, things, the Cross, Life Pharmacy, Cross Life Pharmacy. Urban Outfitters. So guys, the time is about 12:30 in the noon at the 19th of March 2023. The weather is about 11 degrees Celsius and it is murky. Cloudy, no rain, not too bad for London weather. I think I guess everybody starts wearing casual jackets, not overcoats, as we're heading towards the spring. And away for the summer. I hope you actually book your holidays just before Christmas, so you can actually find a reasonable place wherever you're actually going, Europe or Americas. So the Selfridges guys from this angle here. That building there goes Oxford Street Global Brand Opportunity. It's not open yet. It looks like it's going to be a new store there. It's very unusual for a retailer to shut on Sundays, especially on Oxford Street or anywhere in West End. Your trainers. So guys, basically we're gonna walk this way. It seems interesting. It's a wide alleyway. I don't think cars come this way. Gonna see what it is basically. It looks like a pass through. So I haven't been myself here, so I don't know what to expect. There are plenty of eating places. Afternoon tea, Presco House. Floor Cafe, Espresso, Jack's. We're open. So basically guys, one side on the left hand side is all shops and dining, and on the right hand side is residential. Also some retailers as well. So basically I hope that this leads up to Oxford Street, because I don't really want to walk back. It will be a waste of energy and time. So you got a Keaton. It looks like a foreign. It looks like a foreigner. I don't know what the word means. Hanwha, Joan Raspini. Bernard the Lettress. Sandra. Okay. So basically, guys, when I'm actually going to the actually I deviate from the planned route, and I don't know where I'm going. We just have to wait and see. So basically, when you actually when you plan the route, and you know what you're gonna do, you know what to expect, and everything is actually obvious. But I just been into the side street, side big alleyway that it wasn't in a plan. So basically, guys, these are streets of West End, but the back streets are like. You still cannot park, by the way. Guys, this is a place that I had never ever actually come, and it looks interesting. show you anyway. I'll give you a little clip. So basically we have deviated from the normal road into this obscure, into this street, and there's not much actually. There's actual restaurants here and there, which is our usual route. Then head for Regent Street. I'll walk down Regent Street in opposite direction just to show you from a distance the other side of the road. So guys, we're at the Regent Street, as I made a shortcut from that large alleyway. So guys, we're actually on the left hand side of the Regent Street, and because we was actually walking in the opposite direction from, and we was actually viewing this side where I'm walking. Now we're gonna view the other side on the right hand side. guys, on the left hand side we've got the Carl larger field, as you can see. I don't have to actually say it, as you can see all the brands on the right hand side. Armand Exchange. Armand Exchange. So we have the theory guys there, and we have the, so they got sort of small repairs there. So we come to the Regent Street guys, where there's a curve, which I always reference it as a landmark, as a curve. Lost in West End, and you end up here, you know, you're in the Regent Street. So as you can see the curve, as you're going along with it, this is what gives it away. And those arches, retail arches there as well. So basically you'll never miss it. So we're coming from the opposite direction as I was doing the, I was walking earlier on in the video, I was walking on the other side, next to the arches. And we are seeing Regent Street from a different angle.
Arrivo, ciao.
So guys, we're coming to the Piccadilly Circus again, and that is where we actually began.
Ale my jesteśmy... Piccadilly Circus, landmark by that structure there, guys. Okay, we're gonna cross.
So guys, now we're gonna head down the Waterloo place here. We're walking, guys. I will end the video soon. However, if you do enjoy the video, do subscribe to Touristic Walks channel. And at this moment, thanks for watching. And don't forget to do the drill. Subscribe, share, like, comment, and click the notification bell icon for the upcoming videos. So I'll see you on my next video. Adios. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye bye.